Here I am, know it's been a while. I was in denial about my
Hello everybody, today is February the 7th. Here I come cooking one of my favorite Filipino dish, which is called beans. Let me show you how it looks like it. It's one of my favorite soup to cook in Filipino dish. So in this case, I'm gonna make this dish on my own way. I don't want everybody else to freak here. You're not supposed to do that soup this way or that way. As I always say, cooking is like it's like an art. I love manipulating food a little bit, you know, just use the original way how they cook it, and I like to make it my own way. So that's the way I always cook anyway. So let me show you all what this soup's like, you know, that I'm gonna basically make it my own way. So I'm gonna show you all and what it comes with, okay? Originally they cook it with onion, garlic, and tomatoes, and a little bit potato. That's what they're gonna cook with it. And most of the time they use, they use some regular beef, right?
They don't put beef.
You don't beef, so they put some shrimps, okay? So I'm using muscular, so like basically muscle meat, okay? This might require to cook a little bit longer than the shrimps. So I get about, I don't know, I don't even know how to make it, but anyway, it's just
2
it's not
pounds?
much. It's not 2 pounds. Anyway, it's about, I'll say probably it's about a pound, okay? So what I'm gonna put like in this dish beside whatever they, like, you know, the original the Filipino people they put with, usually they use as I said, the garlic, onion, tomatoes, and they put obviously black pepper and salt. In my case, I'm gonna add I'm gonna put some dumpling. I'm gonna show you quick how to make some dumpling. I'm gonna put some dumpling to make it, you know, put some starch, protein, and some vegetables with it. And this is the flavor that I'm gonna put in. So I put some cumin, some black pepper, some Baileys. I'm gonna fry this a little bit, and I'm not gonna put all of these. So I'm just gonna basically probably put about a table and a half spoon. So to start with, so let me just cut the onion now, and I got the water boiling. That's for my the soup. The water is boiling for me, and the water that I'm gonna be boiling the potato. I mean the dumpling. I don't want to put the dumpling right away inside the soup right away because it might suck all my my juice out of the soup. So what I will do, I'll boil it on the side a little bit. When it's about almost, I'd say 90% cooked, then I'm gonna add it inside the soup, and hopefully all you guys are gonna like it. And all of you are new to my channel. Usually what I do here, I do some video cooking videos, motorcycling, camping, I mean all the good stuff that I do with my family. So I'm sharing that with you guys, and I hope you guys are gonna try this dish. Okay, so in Africa we usually use this beans, but mostly what I remember when I was young, what we used to eat with is this. We boil it like a normal boil, and I don't know, until it gets cooked. We eat it with olive oil and a sugar. It tastes good too as well. But if you never tried this food before, please try it. And if you're a vegetarian, all you have to do is just disregard the meat, and you have a vegetarian meal, and it's really excellent. So we boil the bamboo. I always have a hard time pronouncing this beans, beans. So basically, we boil it about a half an hour. So get ready to cook. It's very simple. Like basically, you fry this all together, and you have a nice meal. You don't have to add the dumpling. That's a choice that I like doing it. So try it. You can try it both ways, the original way how the Filipino people cook, or you can try it my way, and let me know what you think about it. And I bet you're gonna like it because it's one of my favorite. And the other favorite soup that I really like is the sinigang soup. And I did the video of that before. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I don't want nobody yelling at me, hey, you're not pronouncing the soup right. But anyway, I did it before. If you've never seen it before, you can just go and check one of the videos that I did before. And if you never subscribed before, consider subscribing. Hit the bell button so that we can get notified when I upload a new video. So I'm doing the original way, beating the garlic. And here I am now cutting the tomatoes here. I'm preparing everything. Because once you start cooking this dish, it takes, I would say probably 10-15 minutes to put it together. The simmering might take a little longer because especially if you're using muscular, it takes a little longer to cook. I recommend at least you boil this, the muscle here with everything, at least I would say 45 minutes because you want that meat soft and nice and tender. And by the way, I forgot to mention that earlier to show you guys what else I'm gonna put with this dish. Is a baby spinach here. It's nice and clean. All that is gonna go in. That's why I say this dish, technically speaking, if you're a vegetarian, you don't need to put anything else. So I'm putting in the dumpling, that is my choice, so to make it a fully heavy soup. So especially in winter time, that will fill you up. You don't need any other meal. So basically you're full. Give it a break a little bit, all that some of the stuff that you eat every day. So here I am, getting the onion. I think this is the first time I am doing a video cutting everything, preparing to fry this Filipino dish. And there's a subscriber who requested, please can you can you mix the little bit African food and the Filipino food together to make to basically mix them. Like I don't want to mix them too much either because I don't want to compromise the taste of the food, the original taste, because it really do taste really good, the original dish, the Filipino food. I mean this dish especially that I like. So I hope you guys gonna try it. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna fry, you guys. I'm gonna go and then now I'm gonna just fry this a little bit. Fry that a little bit and then I'm gonna dice it. That's the water that I'm gonna use for the dumpling. Just fry a little bit. You don't have to use this. You can use all seasoning, which is you can buy it from any African store, or you can buy it from any East Indian grocery store. You can buy it. But this way I like it because I make it nice and fresh and give the flavor. And I don't want to dice it too thin either. I just want to give it like a little bit 90% dice so that way I can just taste when I'm eating it. I like it that way. So I'm not putting no hot sauce either or hot pepper either. Now I'm gonna dice this and I have to put all of this in there. So I'm gonna use this a little bit. Dice this. That's gonna be a lot. Smells good. That's enough. So I'm gonna do the dumpling. Some people they put dumpling when they make it. They put some. I put some garlic. I like some garlic in my dumpling, and they put some egg. I'm not putting no egg. Just a little bit of salt. Mix this a little bit. Add some water. Grab my mixer here. Yeah, so some people they like I like to eat dumpling, especially when it's fried. But you don't have to put egg. I don't like putting egg. So I'll leave it like that. So I'm gonna add some more flour just to thicken in the thing. I mean the flour. Yeah, here I am now making the dumpling. As I said, it's only option. The dumpling is only option. You don't have to make. Very simple. I want to make a full meal. All right. Almost done. And always make sure that you boil the flour separate a little bit, otherwise it's gonna suck all the juice out of the soup. Okay. So when you put all this flour, dumpling, and you put the potato, that soup is gonna come out good. I'm gonna show you later when I'm frying. Stay tuned. The dumpling that I pre-prepare, you don't have to do a lot. I just like it a little bit, okay? So here I am, I'm gonna boil the dumpling. Just like you're boiling spaghetti. Boil it for about 10-15 minutes. And then you're gonna finish it up inside the soup later on. And I hope all of you guys are gonna try it. Guys and ladies are gonna try it. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil. Just a little bit, just a touch. Let it boil. Yeah, let it come to a boil. And I'll leave it like that. Meanwhile, I'm gonna fry the goodies now. Let me get the garlic and the onion. Potato. As I said, the dumpling and the potato is optional. It doesn't go with this dish. As I always say, I'm making it to my own. One of the easiest Filipino dish that I like to make. So cut this a little bit. Like that. That's enough soup for tonight and tomorrow for lunch. And we'll worry about Saturday night what we're gonna eat. Alright. There. And you wanna put the potatoes and the dumpling, and I'll say probably when it's almost 90% cooked, okay? You don't wanna overcook your potato. That's why I'm just gonna soak it inside the water, leave it until I'm ready to cook. Ready to cook the potatoes. So now leave it like that. Let it sit in the water like that. I'm done with that. All right, let me get it here. So this thing is boiling. The dumpling is boiling. I'll leave it like that. Let me fry that my onion here. Let's fry the onion. Put that together. That's why I say this is the easiest dish you will ever cook. You got the garlic. You got the garlic right there. I'll say probably about 10 cloves. Blue. Fry this together a little bit. All right. So I'll leave it like that for a second, and then I'll put the meat, and I'll put the tomatoes after that. Yeah, you know. Depends how, if you want to put the tomatoes first and then put the meat, it's fine as well. They're all gonna go in that pot, they're all gonna simmer together, and all the flavor is gonna come out of there. As I said, I don't wanna compromise the flavor of the original flavor. So only thing I add is my the seasoning that I put. Like that. So I diced it nice and fresh that I fried a little bit on the pat, and now I'm gonna put it in here. This is the only thing that I just change it. See how I make it like not completely diced? Let's say 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna put some salt. I put probably about I wanna make sure I put about a tablespoon, and I will taste it later on as much I add the water. That's it for now. All right. Gonna fry it like this, and I'm gonna put the tomato now. So this is gonna take a long time to simmer. So what I'm gonna do, this is a mussel, so you wanna make sure that you boil it. After you fry, I'm gonna put some water, and I'm gonna leave it at least half an hour to 40 minutes before I put the dumpling, the potato, and the whole 9 yards. So now we are back after half an hour of simmering the muscular with the tomato, onion, and garlic, black pepper, and salt. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put the mung bean that I boiled for another 20 minutes earlier. Okay, I always have a hard time pronouncing this bean, okay? So I'm gonna put it in there now. So now in there, we put it in there now. I'm gonna simmer it together like this, and make sure you always have a water boiling, so that way you don't slow the process of the soup. Just put the water in there, and we're gonna leave this process for the next, I'll probably say another 25 minutes, and then I'm gonna add the dumpling, the potato, the baby spinach, and we're gonna call it, and the potato, and then we're gonna simmer that for another 10 minutes. By the time we're done, I'll say all together, it's all about boiling it anyway, but we're not doing physically anything to stay in top of the pot and watching it. So I'm gonna come back with you guys in another 25 minutes. Stay tuned. Now we're back after 25 minutes boiling the mung beans and the meat together. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna put the potato. So I want the potato to cook another, I'll say about 10 to 15 minutes. Right here. So let me just strain the water first. Yeah, so now I'm gonna put the potato. So potato needs about another 10 minutes too as well, or 10 to 15 minutes. You're always gonna have some water boiling because you might need to add more hot water. So the last thing that I'm gonna put in here, is the, what do you call it, the baby spinach and the dumpling. That needs about 5 minutes because the dumplings are already boiled, so I don't need to cook it in there. I already boiled it here. It's good to go to put it in there. And the baby spinach takes about less than 5 to 6 minutes just to get it cooked together. And after that, I'm gonna taste the salt, make sure the salt finally is like, enough salt. And I'm gonna show you guys later on the plate and how it tastes. I might need to add another touch to mine because I don't put hot pepper in this one, but I'll put it on the side later, a little bit of lemon, and I'm gonna show you guys later. After 10 to 15 minutes, when I put the potatoes well done now. So I'm gonna put the baby spinach now. And this doesn't need much because only needs about 2-3 minutes, and this soup is ready to be served. So as I said, I was gonna put the dumpling and the baby spinach at the same time. So let's get the baby spinach. And that's the dumpling. Put the dumpling in there. I pre-boil it so that way I don't wanna suck all the juice out of my soup here. It's already getting to look good. Right there. See that? Right there. Mix it. As I said, my kids are just making so much noise over there. If you wanted to make it a vegetarian, all you have to do is just don't put the beef. Other than that, soup. One of my favorite Filipino soup today that I made it. I hope you guys gonna like it. I'm gonna might add some salt because I did taste it a little bit, so I need some salt that I need to add. The salt is all optional, but I like mine not too salty, just enough to give it a taste to it. Okay, after almost an hour and a half of cooking and preparing this food, finally I'm done. So now time to taste and to let you guys know how the food came out, okay? So I gotta get the dumpling, the spinach, and everything together, right? And if you want to make it, I told you, spicy a little bit more, you can add anything you want. You don't have to eat or rice with it at all. You don't have to. Or as I said, it was only soup that I was preparing. So have to test, and I'm not gonna lie. If it's good, if it's bad, I'm gonna tell you guys. So let's taste it and tell you guys how it is. And I got the two guards watching me. The guards are watching me.
Have some?
Let me just taste it first.
My pumpkin.
It's good. I don't want to be like, you know, I'm gonna sound cocky if I say it's good, but let's see. Let's see what my two boys will say, how it tastes, okay?
Good.
You sure?
Very good.
How about the other one here? How was it? How was it? You like?
Good.
You
Can
like
I try
it?
the dumpling?
You want to try the dumpling?
Yeah, I have the dumpling too.
Did I put enough dumpling there? Yeah, I did. Okay. You want to try the dumpling?
It looks like potato though.
Yeah, of course.
I want Korean side first. Okay.
It's hot. It's hot.
That's what you did for it. Dumpling's really yummy.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you guys will try. You want to try my way? Okay, hold on.
I want to have dumpling. I want to have dumpling.
I gotta get the dumpling inside. I'm gonna get more dumpling for you, okay? Just have that up for now.
Hot.
Okay, I know it's hot. Let it cool off, okay? I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And if you tried, let me know how it came out. You know, if you tried the origin of the Filipino way, which is that, you know, they don't cook it with potato, or the dumplings. So I use the dumpling and I use the potato, and I hope you guys will like it. If you do, give me thumbs up. As usually what I say in every single video.
Yeah!